And we are back. You know, we've been following this case for the longest time. I don't know how many of you are acquainted with the previous videos, but if you are not, I would advise you to go back before, you would be able to understand this particular one I'm making right now. So now on the Davido and Sophia Momodu topic, I know it's a little bit, unsettling because a lot of people will be like, oh, why are we still on this matter and all that? Now, first of all, I'd like to let my viewers know that I don't talk about issues on my shows just for trend's sake. Here on the Kiwi Show, we're not about taking sides, okay? Let's correct that misunderstanding. We don't take sides on the Kiwi Show. What we do, we try to dissect certain sensitive topics, okay? And open your eyes to the necessary things that you're supposed to see, things that you're supposed to know, things that you've been probably ignoring all this while. That's what the Kiwi Show is about. And I'm your favorite host, Jessie Rogers, here again on the Kiwi Show. How are we doing, people? So if this is your first time seeing me in your, this is the first time I'm appearing in your face, it would be nice if you could, like the video, subscribe, and of course, share to your friends. Now, the case at hand, the matter at hand, Davido and Sophia's wahala. You see, this whole thing is not just about the trend. This is actually a very sensitive issue happening in a family, all right? And the truth of the matter is, we know Davido is a celebrity, right? And the reason why he's a case study is because everybody knows him. There's so many men out there who are in Davido's shoes. There's so many people going through similar things, so many men going through similar situation. The same goes for Sophia. There's so many ladies who are going through the same thing that Sophia is going through. There's so many kids right now in the shoes of Imade. All right. So there are people who fit into these categories that I've mentioned. Sometimes they don't exactly know how to go about their situation. All right. And they're probably looking for a place they can seek answers. That's why we're here. That's why we talk about these things. That's why we offer our opinions. That's why we want to also hear your thoughts in the comment section, because somebody might just read what you have and they make meaning out of it and move on to the next. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the chat between Sophia and her baby's granddad, that is Davido's father. And I pointed out the fact that it was rude. It did come off as rude, but I didn't exactly go into details. And that is what I'm going to be doing today in this video. All right. So now, why did I say that chat was rude? The man, Davido's father, texts Sophia and he says, "Hi, Sophie. I called. Please return my call. All right. At your convenience. Take care, Daddy." It's giving all this letter vibes. You understand? He's being all nice and daddy. Daddy, the word daddy. So Sophia sends a very long epistle. Oh my God. You guys. Good evening, sir. I spoke to Uncle Dele. Thank you very much for your warm invitation and including Imade in the Adeleke Christmas family holiday. Unfortunately, we've already made our family Christmas plans. Kindly note, from the tone of this response, she is giving a very official, response. Is it necessary? This was why I kept on asking in the last video, what exactly are you people supporting, right? Now let me continue. You guys need to follow me. So she proceeds to say, kindly note that this is not to isolate Imade from the family activities, and just to reiterate, the invitation is welcomed and appreciated. However, in the future, we would require ample notice of at least 2 months. Hey, shebi you are NEPA bill or rent, I don't understand. Okay, so she said of at least 2 months, as well as Imade's father carrying out his parental responsibilities stated in the legal documents labeled child maintenance, which was shared with his lawyers on the 24th June 2023. I believe this would build trust and repair the fractured relationship between father and child, as well as make everyone more comfortable for Imade to partake in future family activities. I wish you a very warm compliment of the season. God bless you, sir. This was really hard to read without punctuations. Punctuation marks are very necessary, guys. But anyways, that's not the case. But the thing is, I needed you guys to see the tone of that message and remember the tone the dad, that's Davido's father, started with. It's obvious he's reaching out in a very fatherly way, you get, because his grandchild is involved. What this man understands that these two parties don't understand, David and Sophia, is that Imade is but a child, all right? And these things is not her fault. She really doesn't have to partake. She doesn't really have to, feel the heat. The least you guys can do together for bringing this girl into this world, the least people can do is just not be too dramatic. Because when two elephants fight, the grasses suffer. All right, she's the one actually taking the heat. Sophia might be okay after this whole craziness. Davido might be okay, but what about the kid? And I think that's the angle Davido's father is coming from. That is why he is being fatherly. All right, the child does not deserve this chaos, if you may. Now, the father replies Sophia, all right, and says, almost immediately, because she sent her text on the 12th of December, and the man, that's Davido's father, responds on the 13th. He says, Sophie, I understand that you have made other holiday plans. I also agree that the notice was short. However, I must emphasize that the fact that the best thing for a child whose parents are not together is to share custody of the child. This man, like I said before, is thinking about the child. Let me proceed. All right. David will continue to take care of Imade's school fees and lesson fees, pay 1 million naira monthly upkeep, pay her medical fees, contribute 5 million per annum towards her accommodation, since you have turned down an offer of an apartment in a gated and well-maintained condominium, and any other needs that may rise. Mary will take care of all this on behalf of David. I don't understand what you mean by as well as make everyone more comfortable for Imade to partake in future family activities. But in my opinion, which is based on my experience as a parent, shared custody by both parents is the best for Imade. Shared custody during the school year as much as possible, especially on weekends and holidays, without any other preconditions, is the best for Imade. I wish you and Imade a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. My love always, Daddy. You see how this man took time? In love, he corrected some certain things, all right? And he tried to be as fatherly as possible, emphasizing on Imade's welfare. They still can't see it. She still didn't see it. And is going all professional mode on demand, all lawyer. I mean, look at her response. This was like the 7th of January. How many weeks is that? Since 13th December, this man sent message to, you're replying him on the 7th. You know what, guys. Before, let's just finish this whole chat because I'd like you guys to see, follow me, so that you can understand why I said that this thing came off as rude much. Okay? Now, she says, Happy New Year, sir. May this new year continue to bring us God's blessings and good tidings, blah, blah, blah. Following your last message, sir, my lawyers will send a response because what is stated in your messages does not sufficiently cover Imade's needs. If you look at the documents sent to your lawyers stating Imade's needs, you find that they contain only Imade's needs and nothing more. Also, I'm not aware and have never turned down any accommodation house being provided. Really? Wow. Okay. So I guess even Davido's dad is lying as well. Interesting. Also, based on my past experiences, I cannot have an informal agreement. Hence, my lawyers will be sending a letter restating Imade's needs. It pains me greatly that my lawyers has very recently had to send a cease and desist following the countless threats from David to my close friends and I during the holidays. I truly respect and appreciate you stepping in to see that Imade is well taken care of, regardless of her father's negligence, as he has voluntarily missed out on two Christmases and one birthday now. I have also sent Miss Mary a reminder for school fees payments as Imade resumes school on Monday, 8th of January 2024. May God continue to bless you, Daddy. Thank you for all that you do, sir. Epistles of Paul. I mean, it's crazy. All right. This whole thing were sent as the, part of the documents that were used in court. Now, guys, I get where you people may be coming from in your whole empathy. Yes, where I get where your sympathy is coming from or your empathy, whichever one it is. But it still does not negate the fact that first and foremost, she's not the only baby mama Davido has. She being offended or angry that Davido missed out on two Christmas celebrations with her and Imade, because that's what this whole thing is about. It's actually Davido missing out the celebrations with her and Imade. It really is not about Imade for Sophia. That's just the simple truth if you think about it deeply. Every single thing she has done so far is almost like trying to drag David to the mud because he isn't present. Because, I mean, if you think about it, why didn't all this madness start since? Why, when he eventually made it clear that he was going to get married? Think about it. No, seriously, you need to. Davido's father is extending, like I said before, a fatherly arm, and you're going all lawyer mode and, my lawyers will, my lawyers will. The truth of the matter is, if you guys should be placed, like if these people decide to actually sue you to court, they want to use every single arsenal within their within their capacity, would you be able to stand it? And for all of you supporting and saying, oh yes, fight for your rights, I mean, there are times when you need to just take a bow. You don't always have to do the whole gra thingy, because at the end of the day, the people who are fueling you, where are they going to be when the chips are down? When shit gets real, they're only going to stay behind their phones like they've been all this while and tell you sorry and tell you, oh my dear, take heart. That's how these rich people like doing. That's all they can offer at that point. So why don't you just play it smart? That's why I keep on emphasizing on the fact that she's going about this whole situation very foolishly. Yes, I said it with my full chest. And this is not to disregard anybody or talk down on anybody. It's facts. It's reality. Jeez. People who are seriously fanning whatever it is that she's doing, y'all need a reality check. And that is the simple truth. Now, there's something else I want to bring to your notice. All right. This is based on the Sophia relationship with the Dele family. If your fave was smart, all right, or if you people were even smart, what you even advise her is to look for a way to cuddle up, cozy up with the family. So even if the father of your child is not on your side, at least you have the family now. At least they've accepted the child. They've accepted the child. So I think that part she's looking down on is another reason why I say she's going about this whole thing foolishly. Because how do you completely disregard the family of your child? Because last time, whether you like it or not, Imade is an Adeleke. What impression are you trying to leave with that child at the long run? What are you trying to do in that child's life at the long run? This video is focusing majorly on Imade. And I need you guys to see the damage that this whole madness might cause for the poor girl at the end of the day. All right. Now, the dangers of what these two people are doing, I'm gonna tell you. And this is especially about the girl, the young girl called Imade. The dangers is that this girl, now that Davido has decided to hands off, okay? Now that he's like, I'm not doing again. When eventually she realizes that her dad is somehow no longer in the picture, she's no longer getting to see her dad as much as she used to, or she's no longer having that much access to her father. Definitely, she's a smart kid. She'll eventually figure out what's going on. And if that happens, she starts to ask some, weird questions. She starts to feel in some kind of way, starts to deal with abandonment, feelings. Doesn't daddy love me anymore? That kind of vibe. And then the mother now has to paint stories of her dad being a bad person. I hope she doesn't do that. But if she does that, I mean, that's not far from what can happen. So when she starts painting this picture to her child of her dad being bad, what do you think that's going to do with that child, or do to that child rather? She grows up without a father figure in her life. A lot of people might think that it doesn't really mean, after all, a lot of ladies grew without, their dads. Maybe their dads died at birth and, dadani. But really, think about it. No matter how much love your mother gives you, no matter how much care, education and whatnot your mother provides for you as a single mother without a father figure in your life, there's a vacuum that actually needs to be filled by a man in your life as a woman. So if you grow without that, you're going to fall prey to a lot of things. And that is the simple truth. The first person who raises the standards for you as a woman is your dad. And when he's not there in your life, for me, I feel anything goes. Because you don't really know what to stand by. This is not just for people, like this particular situation applies to ladies who, let's say their dad were present in their life, or their dads were present in their lives, yeah, but he wasn't very active. Like the dad did not die, but he wasn't active in their lives. Okay, he wasn't there for them, probably a drunkard or, somebody who's a finished man. Let's put it that way. A finished man is your dad. You won't really feel his impact in your life. So you know how it is. You know how it is for women like that. That would eventually turn out to be the issue with the poor girl. That's the simple truth. And it's crazy because they do not realize what they're doing. They don't. They're two young, hot-blooded adults that are angry with each other and just want to make a mess. They want to show who is stronger, who is more powerful. All right? I mean, yes, the last video I was focusing heavily on what you people were supporting because I needed to understand what you people were supporting. Because tomorrow now, people will say, oh, Sophia is also coming from a good, well-to-do family. She doesn't need Davido's money, or she's not depending on If she's not depending on Davido's money, how can she not just fix her car? She definitely cannot be that broke if what you people are claiming is true. She should at least have enough money to fix her car and take her child to school. But no, she let the child be at home for 2 weeks, but she'll be on social media posting her exorbitant life, and y'all are so supportive. Oh, Sophia has been through a lot. I need y'all to shut the hell up about going through a lot of what? It wasn't making any sense to me or the rest of the world watching. It wasn't. But today, I'm going to tell you that both parties' actions is affecting the young child badly. Really, it is. Now, I would like to know what you think about Davido's final decision. This whole thing of, oh, I still love you, my daughter, but for now it's bye-bye. That's like the summary of the whole thing, because he was like, he's exhausted, he's done. That's it, that's enough. Somehow it's okay, and at the same time it's not really good. It's just somewhere in the center, because him not fighting anymore is like a way to say, the more we fight, the more this thing affects the child. So let me just stop. This girl is going to look for me. You get that one makes sense in its own name. Then on the other side, I feel he should still contribute. He shouldn't leave the entire work for Sophia, all right? I think he should still have contributions, that he should still make contributions in the girl's life, financially or in any other way that he can. That's my own personal take though. That's what I feel like he should do. If he doesn't like have access to her physically anymore and all like, you know, the whole spending time together, at least he should be active in her life financially and in any other way that he can. Okay, that would make it easier. Like there should still be a connection of some sort. Don't just completely disconnect from your child. If you really love the child, like you said, don't completely leave her to the mom. I mean, that is my personal take on the whole thing, because I've never really talked about Davido's stand on this. So this is my take. This is my 2 cents on his decision. I don't really think it's there. I don't think it's completely right. We know what he's trying to do. We understand what he's trying to do, but at the same time, it shouldn't be a definite. Like it shouldn't be completely, you know, it shouldn't completely sever the relationship with, you know, father and child. So I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Tell me your thoughts. I'd like to see your thoughts in the comment section. And hold on a second. If you have been watching this video and you liked it, how about you click the like button and do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? And of course, share to your friends. And so before I wrap up this show, I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section, like I said before, and also to remind you guys that either party, 001 or Sophia, nobody is right. But Sophia is really going about it in a very foolish way. I still stand on that. I did not shake my stand on that one. I didn't. She's going about it really foolishly, really. And the person who's going to take the most heat is Imade. So tell me guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts? I'd like to see them. And until next time, this has been Jessie here on The Kiwi Show. Bye-bye.